चैतन्य चैतामृत की गौर प्रेमानंदी। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंद। ट्रांसलेशन के लिए जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंदा। जय जय श्री चैतन्य जय नित्यानंद। जय अद्वैत चंद्र जय गौरा भक्त वृंदा। Reading from Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita, Adi-Lila, 4th chapter. The confidential reasons for the Lord's appearance. Sound बराबर है पीछे? Sound बराबर है? अनया आराधितः नूनं भगवान् हरि ईश्वरः यत् नः विहाय गोविन्दः प्रीतः याम् अनयत् रहः अनयाराधितो नूनं भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः प्रीतो याम् अनयद्रहः अनयाराधिता नूनं भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः प्रीतो याम् अनयद्रहः अनयाराधितो नूनं भगवान् हरिरीश्वरः यन्नो विहाय गोविन्दः प्रीतो याम् अनयद्रहः। बोलिए। Anaya, by this one, araditaha, worshipped, Noonam, certainly, Bhagavan, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Harihi, Lord Krishna, Ishvaraha, the Supreme Lord, Yat, from which Naha, us, Vihaya, leaving aside, Govindaha, Govinda, Preetaha, pleased, Yam, whom, Anayat, lead, Rahaha, to a lonely place. Translation purport by His Divine Grace A.C. Bhaktivinoda Swami Srila Prabhupada. Truly, the personality of Godhead has been worshipped by her. Therefore, Lord Govinda, being pleased, has brought her to a lonely spot, leaving us all behind. Purport. This text is from Srimad Bhagavatam 10.30.28. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjana Salakaya Chakshurmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha Shri Chaitanya Manobishtam Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kada Mahyam Dadati Swapadantikam Vandeham Shri Guru Shri Yuta Padakamalam Shri Gurun Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Raghunathanvitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padan Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakhanvitamscha He Krishna Karuna Sindhu Deenabandhu Jagatpate Gopesha Gopika Kanta Radha Kanta Namostute Taptakanchana Gaurangi Radhe Vrindavaneshwari Vrishabhanu Sute Devi Pranamami Hari Priye Vancha Kalptarubhyascha Kripa Sindubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadara Shivasadi Gauravakta Vrinda Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Krishnaya Vasudevaya Devaki Nandanaya Cha Nandagopakumaraya Govindaya Namo Namaha Namaha Pankajanabhaya Namaha Pankajamaline Namaha Pankajanetraya Namaste Pankajangraye. Hare Krishna. It's a very beautiful and very important verse. How many of you know this verse? You know this verse? Very good. Anyone else? All of you should learn this verse. Anaya radito nunam Bhagavan Haririshwaraha Yanno vihaya govindaha pritoyam anayat rahaha. Very confidential. Yesterday only Bhima Prabhu was saying that personally he was telling me Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur told one of his disciples, unfortunately I could not find even one Vaishnava in Vrindavan. And so that's why when he was speaking, he spoke only on Upanishads. So what is the use of speaking on confidential pastimes of Srimad Radharani? Srila Prabhupada, Srila Bhaktisiddhanta Thakur said, when you are going to Vrindavan, speak about Dhruv Maharaj, Prahlad Maharaj. When we realize that I am not this body, then we can speak about Radha and Krishna. Like that. Anyway, but the topic is like that. I am not going to speak any confidential pastimes. I'll just mention the gopis have spoken to Krishna, and then Krishna was convinced, and then they started doing rasa dance. Then Tesham Saubhagamadam Vikshamanam Cha Keshava. Right? Prasamaya Prasadaya Yat Antarita. When Krishna was dancing with the gopis have, there are two kinds of. One, the gopis have become proud of their good fortune, Shobhagamadam. And then Srimad Radharani, Vikshamanam Cha Keshava. Srimad Radharani became very upset that how come Krishna is giving equal importance to all the gopis like me? Right? So Krishna has got two functions now. One is he wants to purify the pride of the gopis. Then he wants to satisfy Srimati Radharani, Mana, pacify her. So in order to please Srimati Radharani, in order to uh, crush the pride of all the gopis, Krishna left the rasa dance suddenly. Then the gopis started searching for Krishna. So, in the same way, when we go to Vrindavan, we should search for Krishna. Where are you? Where are you, my dear Lord? Please give me your darshan. Right? I'll tell you one verse. You can always remember before chanting. You can chant this verse: Darshanam no didrukshanam dehi bhagavatarchaya rupam pritimayam swanam sarvendriya gunanjanam. Lord Shiva is praying to Krishna, my dear Lord, please show me your beautiful form, which is worshipped by your pure devotees, which is satisfying to all the senses. Sarvendriya Gunanjanam. This is from 4th canto, 24th chapter. Sri Vishnachakra Thakur says in 10th canto Bhagavatam commentary that one must chant, while chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, one should chant with an intense desire to have darshan of Radha and Krishna. So in the same way, Lord Shiva is expressing desire. Please show me your most beautiful form. Which is the most beautiful form? Radha Shyam Sundar, right? Radha Rasvihari, Radha Madhav, right? Radha Gopinath. That is the most beautiful form, right? That is like that. So, we can also search for Krishna in Vrindavan. Then they saw Padani etani Vyaktani etani Nandasuno Mahatmanaha Lakshante Vraja Amboru Vajrankusha Yavadi Bihi. Then they saw, while going, they saw the footprints of Lord Shri Krishna. They were asking the trees, Ashoka Vriksha and other trees. They are asking Tulsi, right? Nobody replied. And then suddenly they saw the footprints of Lord Shri Krishna. Padani Vyaktani Etani Nandasuno Mahatmanaha. This is a treasure of Vrindavan. What is the treasure of Vrindavan? The footprints of Lord Shri Krishna. Vrindavanam Saki Bhuvo Vitanoti Kirtim Yad Devaki Sutta Padambuja Labdalakshmi Govinda Vedum Anumatta Mayur Nrityam Prekshadrimam Avartanya Samasta Sattvam. This is from Venu-gita. The gopis are praising, like that. So, as soon as they saw, they understood that Krishna is, then they saw another set of footprints also. Then they understood. Then they spoke this verse. Anaya radito nunam Bhagavan Haririshvaraha Yanno vihaya govindaha Pritoyam anayadraha. There is one gopi who has worshipped Lord Shri Krishna exclusively, Ekantika Bhakti. That is why she became very dear to Krishna. He left all of us. Then he took her separately. Right? Anaya Aradita. So many times I explained, I don't want to explain again, because Srimad Radharani's name was not mentioned, but here it is mentioned, Aradita. Srimati Radharani means one who worships Shri Krishna. Another meaning of Radha is one who is worshipped by Shri Krishna. Both meanings. So Srimad Radharani worships Krishna, and then Krishna worships Srimad Radharani. That is. So, how she became so dear to Krishna? So, the entire pastime of Srimati Radharani, Krishna leaving the Rasa-Lila dance, to teach all of us, how to cry for Krishna. So later on, Krishna leaves Vrindavan, Srimati Radharani also. And then Srimati Radharani showed, how to cry for Krishna. That is the reason Krishna left Srimati Radharani also. Otherwise, it is not that Srimati Radharani became proud and all. It is not not explained that way. She wanted to show to all the devotees. She wanted to show to the sadhana siddha gopis how to cry for Krishna. Right? He Natha Ramana Presta Kwasi Kwasi Maha Bhujo. She was crying. Dasyanam Krupane Eva. Darshanam Sanidhyam. She is saying, please, He Natha Ramana Presta. Please give me your darshan again. I am very sorry. Like that. Right? So Srimati Radharani wants to teach us how to become dear to Krishna. There is how many of you know Bhaktastakam? You are from Delhi, I think. From where? Pune. You know Bhaktastakam? Adveshta sarvabhutanam maitraha karunayevacha nirmamo nirhankara samadukka sukakshami santushta satatam yogi yatatma dodhanishchaya mayarpita manobuddhir yomad bhakta same priyaha yasmanno dvijate loka lokanno dvijate chaya harsham rishabhayo dvaigar. So these are the up to yetu dharmamritidam yatoktam paripasate shraddhana matparama bhaktaste tivra me priyaha. Up to 8 verses, they are called Bhaktastaka. So Krishna is telling how somebody can become dear to Krishna. We all claim that I am a devotee of Krishna, right? But how many of us are mentioned? Krishna thinks that we are devotees, right? Right? Bhaktosime, he was saying, Sa eva maya tedya rahasyam etaduttamam. Bhaktosime sakaseti rahasyam etaduttamam. Krishna is saying, my dear Arjuna, because you are very, very dear to me, I am explaining this rahasya to you. So Krishna, because you are my devotee. Idam tute guhyatamam pravakshami anasuyave. Jnanam vijnana sahitam yajnatva mokshase ashubhat. I am teaching you jnanam and vijnanam, everything, because you are free from envy. Who is free from envy of Krishna? Everybody is envious of Krishna. Ichha dvesha samuttena dvandvo mahena bharata. Everybody is envious of Krishna. That is why we are here. So Krishna is telling, my dear Arjuna, because you are free from envy, I am teaching you. So that is one of the qualification. Acharyas, they comment. One of the qualification to understand Krishna is to become free from envy of Krishna. Not envy of Krishna, not envy of other devotees. That is, if you are become free from envy of Krishna, then we can become free from envy of other devotees. Right? So, Bhaktosime, like that. Iti te jnanamakhyatam guhyat guhyataram maya vimrushyeneva aseshena yatha ichhasi tata kuru. Right? My dear Arjuna, you know this verse? 18th chapter. My dear Arjuna, I have taught you this confidential knowledge. Guhyataram maya. Right? Please deliberate on this subject matter and you do whatever you want to do. Right? Yatha ichhasi tata kuru. Prabhupada says in the purport, Krishna doesn't want to infringe on our minute independence. But the highest level is, Krishna is telling, you do whatever I say. So spiritual master, one who has love for his disciple, he will say, You do whatever I want, I tell you. That is love. When a spiritual master neglects a disciple, he says, you do whatever you want to do. You know? Brahmananda Prabhu was saying, Prabhupada, you can chastise me in whatever you want, but never say you do whatever I want to do. Right? Lakshman also, Lord Ramchandra told Lakshman, Lakshman, according to your desire, you make a kutir. According to your desire. Then Lakshman fell at the lotus feet of Ramchandra. Then they started crying. Please never say that again. I am your servant. I am your labor, bonded labor. You tell what is your desire, I will accomplish. Not that, I will do whatever I want. That means you are neglecting me. You are neglecting me. Lord Ramchandra is actually neglecting because he told in the beginning, Ham karishyami, I will do. All these things I will do. Like that. Then Krishna, Arjuna was craftsfallen. Why? All this while, Krishna is teaching Bhagavad-gita, then how come, he's just saying that yata ichchasi tada kuru, instead of saying you do whatever I want to do. I will tell you. Right? Then Prabhupada, then Vishwanath Thakur comments on this verse that, my dear Arjuna, I have spoken to you such confidential knowledge, which I have not even spoken to Vedavyas Muni, Vasishtha Muni, even to Narada. Narada also doesn't know this knowledge that I have spoken to you. Can you imagine? Their omniscience is relative. My omniscience is absolute. They don't know what I have spoken to you now. Right? What I have spoken to you. Very confidential knowledge I have given you. Then, very nice. This Bhagavad-gita is like a very valuable chest. On the bottom, Karma Shataka, 6 chapters of Karma Yoga, which are like golden jewels. On the top, Jnana Shataka, last 6 chapters. Right? That is, they are like gem-studded. Very valuable chest, covered. Then in between, very, very precious, valuable asset is kept. That is Jnana Shataka. That is middle 6 chapters. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 and 12. 6 chapters. Right? 6 chapters. So this bhakti, which is invaluable, which is most confidential part of Vedic literature, is kept in this middle chapters. Very confidential. Especially 12th chapter Bhagavad-gita. Very confidential. When Krishna saw, still Arjuna is not satisfied. Right? Still not satisfied. Then again, actually, itite jnanamakhyatam means, iti means, Vishwanath Thakur says, Bhagavad-gita is finished with this verse. Itite jnanamakhyatam. Krishna completed Bhagavad-gita teaching. Yeah, when he said, yatha ichchasi tatha kuru, he said, Arjuna is not satisfied. I have to tell him most confidential. Right? Most confident. I will tell you why I am saying this. Topic is Srimad Radharani. How come you are teaching Bhagavad-gita? Right? Bhima Prabhu told me not to speak, confidential pastimes of Radha and Krishna. Yesterday only, in the transfer room, he called me. So, I am not going to speak. But I will connect. Why I am speaking this. Then, Krishna Krishna in Dwaraka is complete. Krishna in Mathura is more complete. And Krishna in Vrindavan is most complete. Most complete. So far, Krishna did not speak about most complete, most confidential knowledge. Just one verse he mentioned like that. Then, Sarva Guhyatamam Bhuyaha, Shrunime Paramam Vachaha, Ishtosime Dhrudame Iti, Vakshamita Kamyaya. My dear Arjuna, the first is confidential, more confidential, and most confidential. Confidential means knowledge of Atma, Atma Tattva. And then more confidential is knowledge Jnana Yoga. And most confidential is Bhakti Yoga. And then most confidential, Krishna is going to speak that, my dear Arjuna, I am going to speak the most confidential knowledge which you will not find anywhere because you are very dear to me. Because you are very dear to me, I am going to speak you this. This is a 64 syllable mantras, where you will not find anywhere. Oh, Arjuna said, then Krishna told, my dear Arjuna, I know of all chapters, 9 chapters is the most important chapter, most confidential chapter. But I am going to speak to you again the essence of 9th chapter Bhagavad-gita. Manmana bhav madbhakto, madhyajimam namaskuru, mame vaishyasi, satyam te, pratijani, priyosime, sarvadharman parityaja, mamekam shanurja, aham tvam sarvapapebhyo, mokshayishyami, mashuchaha. These are 64 syllable mantras, most confidential. Manmana bhav madbhakto. So I am coming to this. So actually, Krishna copied from few people, while speaking Bhagavad-gita. So 2nd chapter Bhagavad-gita, Krishna copied from whom? Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu. Huh? He already, this is already spoken, before Krishna actually appeared by Vasudev on the chariot to Kamsa. Right? 2nd chapter, do you agree? Dehinosmini ata dehe, komaram yavanam jara, tata dehantar prapti, derastatra namuhyati, jatasya hi dhruvom mrityu, dhruvom janma mritasya cha, tasmad apariharyerte, natvam shochitum arhasi. Like that. Then Krishna was thinking, how these gopis have become very dear to me. Naparayeham, Krishna was speaking, I cannot actually repay my debt to you, even if I have vibhuda ayushaha, even if I have a lifetime of Brahmaji. How did they become dear to me? Right? Then he understood, what have they done, the gopis? So, they were saying, Patisutan vaya Vatrubandavan Ativilangyate Achyuta Gatihi Gatividasyada Gita Mohita Kitavayoshitam Yannishityajan. Right? They are saying, my dear Krishna, we have given up Patisutanvaya Vatrubandavan. Patis, husbands, sons, Vatru, brothers, Bandavan, relatives. Ativilangyate, Achyutagati. We have rejected Vedas, Vedic principles. Aryapatam Chehitva. We have given up. Because you played a flute and then you invited us. Gatividyasad Gita Mohita. We became bewildered by your flute, playing. By your flute playing. That's why we have given up everything. Then Krishna understood. They have, renounced everything. Sarvadharman. That is why Krishna spoke based on their devotion. Sarvadharman parityaja mamekam sharanam raja aham tvam sarvapapebhyo mokshayishyami mashucha. He copied from gopis. You have done something which I have also not done. I have not given up. uh, I have not given up my family members and all. I have not given up Vedic way of life. But you have given up something which you have done, I have not done. Even I have not even done. Yeah, I didn't even do that. So this is the principle. If somebody follows in the footsteps of the gopis, they become dear to me. Right? Kurvantihi tvairatim. In the beginning also they spoke. Kurvantihi tvairatim kushlasva atma. Nityapriye patisudadnare artadai kim. Tanna prasida parameshwaram asma chindya. Asam dhrutam tvaichirad arvinda netra. My dear Krishna, we have given up everything. Nityapriya, patisutta, because you are our Nityapriya. These Pati, Sutta and all the other people, our attachment to them is only giving us trouble. Right? Giving us only trouble. That's why we've given them up. Then we have come here and then Asham Dhrutam Tvaichirad, Arvinda Netra. Oh Arvinda Netra, oh lotus-eyed Lord. Because your eyes are so beautiful, we are attracted to you all the time. So, Asham Dhrutam Tvaichirad. This Asha, for a long time we kept it in our heart that, we want you as our husband, as our lover. So please don't send us away. This is a Pranay Gita. This is a verse from Pranay Gita. So, we have to, in order to anayaradita nunam, Bhagavan Haririshwaraha, Yanno Vihai Govinda, Pritopam Anayadraha. In order to become dear to Krishna, we have to follow these two verses. What are they? Manmana bhav madbhakta, madhyaji mam namaskuru, mami veshasi satyam te pratijani priyosime. Sarvadharman parityaja, mamekam sharanam vraja, aham tvam sarvapapebhyo moksha ishyami mashuchaha. So it is manmana. Manmana means always thinking of Krishna. Prabhupada writes, we should think of Krishna, Shyam Sundara form of Krishna. That is ultimate. Right? Ultimate thinking of Krishna. We should always think of Krishna, manmana. If you cannot think of me all the time. So the gopis, that is the level of the gopis and Srimad Radharani, always thinking of Krishna. One day, Narad Muni was visiting Vrindavan. One gopi was sitting and meditating. So, Narad Muni asked, my dear gopi, are you meditating on Krishna? No. I said, no, what? Then I am telling Krishna, please go away from my mind. I have to cook. I have to cook, so please go away. I'm asking Krishna to, he won't leave my mind only. That is the, one gopi told Krishna, please, around 11:30, 12 o'clock, please don't play your Vamshi. Krishna asked, aapko kya problem hai? Hare, what is, you have, when you play flute, we become bewildered. Then everything becomes ulta. The fire becomes water, water becomes solid. So we put it on the stove to cook. If the fire becomes water, how will we cook? So please, around 11:30, 12 o'clock, please don't play your flute. Krishna said, okay. Like that, manmana bhava madbhakta, that is, if you are not able to, then we are not on that stage. So we have to become madbhakta, become my devotee. Right? How many of you know these three verses? Savai manaha Krishna padar vindayo. How many of you know? Anybody knows? Vacham se vaikunta gunan varnane. Karau harir mandira marjanadishu. Shrutim satkrata achyuta katho dayo. Mukunda lingalaya darshana drusho. Tvadbhrutya Gatra Anga Sangamam Granam cha Yat Pada Saroja Saurabham Srimad Tulasya Rasananu Sarpane Padau Harikshetra Padanu Sarpane Sirau Rishikesha Padabhivandane Kamam cha Dasye Natukama Kamyaya Yad Uttama Shloka Gunashraya Ratihi. Please remember these three verses. Our life is dependent on these three verses. Our whole Krishna consciousness movement is based on these three verses. And you don't know why? So Vishnu Chakatakur says in this regard. So engage, Shravanam in Kirtanam and then Smaranam, then washing the temple. Use your hands for washing the temple. Use your nose for, smelling the Maha garland, right? Or Nirmalya flowers. When we give flowers, we should very lovingly smell the flowers, right? Then when you see the devotees, you should embrace them. You should touch. Tadbhrutya Gatra Sparsha Anga Sangamam. Then you should use your tongue for glorifying Krishna. You should use your... First thing is Savaimana Krishna Padarvindiyar. You must meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna in your mind. And then Savaimana Krishna Padarvindiyar, Vachamsi Vaikunta Gunanu Varnane. Karau Harir Mandir Marjanadishu. Unfortunately, when we are new bhaktas, we used to wash the temple. Now, unfortunately, they don't wash, right? You wash? Night time? You wash the temple? Right? The greatest service you can do is washing the temple. You know that? Put water. Ramanujacharya used to bring water from one well and clean the temple every day. That is the greatest service. A devotee who experience the happiness that he experiences while washing the temple, Indra also doesn't experience while seeing the dance of the Apsaras. Indra Sukh se bhi zyada hai. Washing the temple. Huh? Yeah. So, washing the temple. Then hear Krishna Katha. And then Mukunda Lingalaya Darshanadrisho. Come to see, have darshan of the Lord. Nityam Nirikshamananam Yadyapi Dwarka Kosham. Na Vitrupyantihi Drishaha Shriya Damangam Achyutam. Right? So, Nityam Nirikshamana, the Dwarkavasis, even though they are seeing Krishna, they don't get bored. Right? Ask Brajar Prabhu, how many years? 40 years? You are coming for darshan? 41 years. Anytime you felt you are bored, right? Still you want to, right? That is Krishna, That is Krishna's beauty. Radharasbihari's beauty. We don't get bored. Mukunda Lingalaya Darshanadrisho. Pashyantite me ruchiranana ambasanta. Prasanna Vaktra Arunalochanani. Rupani Divyani Varapradani. Sakam Vacham Sprihiniyam Vadanti. Prabhupada writes, just come and see, I have darshan of Radha Rasbihari every day. Prabhupada writes, even a neophyte devotee, without his knowledge, he becomes liberated when every day he comes and sees darshan of the Lord. Neophyte devotee. He is much greater than all these so-called munis and sadhus doing tapasya in Baraf in Himalayas. We are very fortunate that Mahabhaga, Swagatam hi Mahabhaga, Asyatam Karavama Kim, Manno Dadrikshata Prapta, Upapanna Idam Vaha. When he tells, Krishna tells to the Brahmana's wives, Swagatam hi Mahabhaga, you are most fortunate. Manno Dadrikshata Prapta, you got my darshan. So we are also Mahabhaga because every day we take darshan of Radha Rasbihari. Right? We are not ordinary people, chosen ones. We should not throw away our opportunity, having darshan of Radha Rasbihari every day. So Prabhupada writes, once after establishing Radha Londoneshwar temple in Soho Street, not Soho Street, pehla wala alag tha. Huh? Bari place? Next, Prabhupada actually taught Yamuna Mataji and all to how to dress the deities, how to make the dress. Right? This dress, of unique only to ISKCON temples. Prabhupada said, he told Yamuna Mataji, you hang the chadar of Radharani and Krishna because they are doing rasa dance. So when they dance, the chadar will fly in the air. So that is the indication. That is why we tie the chadar up to make like that. So Prabhupada taught all these things. So otherwise all the like this they wear. Like Ramchandra doesn't dance. That is why we don't tie them up. Some foolish devotees, they want to dress Ramchandra like Krishna, I chastise them, Ramchandra is a king, like that. So Prabhupada told him, then next day, Yamuna Mataji, she was admiring the beauty of Radha Landaneshwar. They are the first deities of Radha Krishna deities of ISKCON. So Prabhupada came to take darshan. Prabhupada saw Yamuna Mataji admiring the beauty of Radha and Krishna, Radha Landaneshwar. Prabhupada asked, you like them? Yamuna Mataji said, Prabhupada, I love them. Very good. Just follow the process I have given. Just serve the deities. You will go back to Godhead in this life itself. Right? Pashyantite me ruchirana nambasanta prasanna vaktra arunalochanani rupani divyani varapradani sakam vacham spriniya vadanti tad darshaniya avyavair udara vilasa hasekshita vamasukte hritatmana hrit pranamscha bhaktir anichyato me gatimam anvit prayukte. Anichyato me, without your desire, you will go back to Godhead. How? Just come and have darshan of RadhaRasbihariTemple, Sitaram Lakshman. Then just admire their beauty. Right? Every day come, admire their beauty. Don't, while taking darshan, don't look here and there. Don't look here and there. So, that is darshana, Mukundalingalaya darshanadrisho. Tvadbrutya gatra sparsha anga sangamam. We should embrace the devotees, right? Their touch, right? South Indians, we don't have the habit of embracing the devotees, embracing people. We are very cold people. Like Punjabis and all, they come. Even Americans also. When Srila Prabhupada arrived in San Francisco, first time, Mukund Maharaj, that time Michael Grant, that time, Mukundas, that time he got initiated. He rushed towards Prabhupada and embraced Prabhupada. Prabhupada did not like it, So, you cannot go and embrace Guru, but like that. So, anyway, Mukund, Tadbrut Gatra, Granam Chayat Pada Saroja Saurabe. We should smell the Tulsi that is offered to lotus feet of Shri Krishna. Who became devotees by smelling Tulsi? 4 Kumaras. Tasya Arvinda, Makaranda, Pada Arvinda. Then Prabhupada writes, going to Tirtha Yatras is actually Pada Sevanam. 7th canto, 5th chapter. So we should walk. Anybody who walks in Vrindavan during Kartik month, right, with each step, he gets the benefit of performing a Ashwamedha Yajna. Like that. And then Pado Harikshetra, then Shiro Rishikesha Padabhivandane. Use your head for offering obeisances to Radha Rasbihari. All your desires fix only in Radha and Krishna. Yad uttama shloka janashrayarati. This is called Madbhakta. Madbhakta. I will tell you, you note it down. I will tell you one very beautiful thing right now. Sri Vishwanath Chakravarti says, you give your mind and senses to me, I will give myself to you. Nice? Note it down. You give your mind and senses to me, huh? I will give myself to you. This is Manmana Bhamad Bhakta, Madhyaji Mam Namaskuru. So, Arjuna told, it seems, I heard that Mathuravasis, they tell, they take vows, नॉर्थ इंडियन सबसे ज्यादा क्या खाता है मालूम है? हाँ? खाओ कसम. कसम ज्यादा खाते हैं. खाओ कसम. माँ कसम. नॉर्थ इंडियंस. सो कसम खा के बोलता हूँ. Right? So Krishna is saying, kasam ka ke bol raha hu. Shapadam, he is taking shapadam. He is taking a vow. That pratijani priyosime, you will come to me. You will come to me. So Arjuna told, it seems, my dear Krishna, I heard that Mathuravasis, padam, every step they kasam kate hain, but they don't follow. So jhut bolte hain Mathura wale. So how can I trust you? Then Krishna told, it seems, no, we tell lies, but priyosime, to very dear friends we don't tell lies. Because you are very dear to me, I am giving you promise. If you do this. Anyway, Madhyaji means worshipping the deity, and then Mam Namaskuru means offering obeisance to Sri Krishna. It is said that somebody who performed 10 Ashwamedha Yajnas, it is possible that he may take birth again. But one who offers obeisance to Radha and Krishna, there is no chance that he will enter the womb again. Right? So, we should, Prabhupada taught us, right? Otherwise, when previously before 91, before coming to Krishna consciousness, we used to go to the temple. Right? There is one movie came that time, 1988, 89. There is that hero, he used to do like this. Right? So we all learned, So when we used to, I remember after third year engineering, we went to Lakshmi Narasimha temple, Varaha Narasimha temple in Simachalam. So I was doing like this. My friends were, kya kar rahe ho tum? Later on it was found out. When Draupadi, she was catching hold her of our sari, and then, hey Krishna, she was calling. Krishna was very upset, it seems. Because, according to Manu Samhita, if you offer obeisance with one hand, you should cut off the other hand. So Krishna was thinking, why this Draupadi was offering obeisance with one hand? I have to cut her left hand. Kya ho raha hai? Then that also is happening. Then he gave everything. Then that is real surrender. Om Namaha, Om Namaha, when you are offering obeisances, you can say Om Namaha. So Ashtanga Namaskar means touching all the bodily parts. Then we have to touch our mind, intelligence and false ego also. So by saying Om Namaha, I am not this mind, I am not this intelligence, I am not false ego, I am your eternal servant. That's what we are telling. So we should say, that is the, we should give up ahankar, that I am this, I am that. That is Om Namaha. You can say. Then you can offer prayers, whatever is required, that prayers. But you can say Om Namaha. Right? What you tell? What should we say in front of the deities? हाँ बोलो जोर से. हाँ. अनंत कल्याण गुण संपन्न. When you come in front of Radha Rasbihari, you should say these two sentences, right? My dear Lord, your deity form is Divya Murti, transcendental. This is not stone. This is not stone. Then you are full of all wonderful qualities. Ananta Kalyana Gunasampanna. Like that. You should say these two sentences. Right? Otherwise you can, Sri Vaishnavas, they teach, Andhra, they, Ahamannam, Ahamannam, Ahamannam. This is from Upanishad Vakya. Ahamannam, Ahamannam, Ahamannam. Ahamannam means, my dear Lord, please engage me in your service. Please make me qualified to render some service. Right? Ahamannam, Ahamannam, Ahamannam. Please engage me in your service. Like that. So, that is one meaning. So, like that. So this is complete. One should be very conscious of offering obeisance to Shri Krishna. So, that is, it is mentioned by Parasara Bhatta. There is a spiritual master in Shiva Vaishnavism. After Sri Ramanuja, he appeared. Very great. He lived only 30 years, Parasara Bhatta. He took birth as a result of Kuresha and his wife. They took Mahaprasad of Srirangam, Ranganathji. As a result of that, he took birth. It's not an ordinary birth. He also has one more brother also. What's his name? Parashara Bhatta. And so he wrote, for somebody who is offering obeisance to Radha and Krishna, Lakshmi Narayan every day, Lakshmi Narayana, they come personally to take them, take the devotee. When while going, Narayana puts the devotee in his aeroplane. Lakshmiji's face is very down, it seems. Then Narayana lifts her face and asks her, Devi, what is the cause of your lamentation? Then Lakshmi Devi says, it seems, my dear Lord, this devotee is offering us everyday obeisances. We are giving only Vaikuntha to them. We don't have anything better. So they become obliged, it seems. One who offers obeisance to Radha and Krishna, they become obliged to the devotee, Madhyaji. So either you do all the four, or either one. Right? So this is the essence of Bhagavad-gita. That is why they became, the gopis have done this. That is why they became dear to Krishna. So that is why Srimad Radharani showed that, how to become dear to Krishna. Because they were constantly thinking of Krishna. Right? So one of the topics in Bhakti Rasamrita Sindhu, that meditation. One should meditate on the lotus feet of Sri Krishna. One should meditate on beautiful form of Krishna. One should meditate on the qualities of Krishna. One should meditate on beautiful pastimes of Krishna. One should meditate on the service activities, devotional activities. Right? So, Mukunda Mudna Pranipatya Yache Bhavantam Ekantamartam Avismriti Swacharnar Vindayor Bhave Vestu Bhavat Prasadat. My dear Krishna, Mukunda, please give me an opportunity to always meditate on your lotus feet without forgetting. Bhave Vestu Bhavat Prasadat. Sarasi Janayane Shashanka Chakre Murabidima Viramasva Chittarantum Sukatarama Param Najatu Jane Haricharana Smaranamrite Natulyam. I always want to meditate on the lotus feet of Shri Krishna The happiness I get by meditating on lotus feet of Krishna, there is no comparison. I cannot even, I have no comparison. So I don't know how to describe the happiness I get. Right? Prabhupada writes, one who meditates on the lotus feet of Krishna, all the sinful reactions, all the material contamination becomes vanquished. Then he will become eligible to go back to Godhead. Right? Yashaucha nishruta sharad pravarodekena stirtani murdhani adikrita shivo shivo abut. You know? He knows, I think. No? You know? Dhyatur manaha samalsaila nisrushta vajram dhyayet chirat bhagavato charanarvindam. I recommend devotees to learn all these verses. 3rd canto, 28th chapter. They are called Sanchintayed verses. Sanchintayed. Sanchintayed Bhagavat Charanarvindam. It starts with Sanchintayed. So how to remember Krishna? Very nicely Lord Kapila describes. One day maybe I will explain all the verses. Yashaucha nishruta sharad pravarodakena. Krishna's lotus feet are compared to lotus that is grown in the autumnal season. You know, and lotus in the autumnal season, very beautiful. What are those lotus feet? Shiva, Lord Shiva is already pious. Shiva Abhut. But he became more pious because he is keeping Ganga, who came from the lotus feet of Krishna. Dhaturmanaha Samalasaila. Our sinful reactions in our heart are compared to a mountain. Saila. And then Krishna, meditation on Krishna's lotus feet is compared to Vajra. Vajra is used for smashing the mountains. Like that, when we meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna, the mountain of sinful reactions gets smashed by the Vajra of meditation of Krishna. This is very beautiful comparison. So, anyway, then that is one thing. Yeah. You know why Krishna is blackish? Bolo, Sundar Chaitanya Prabhu. But Krishna's lotus feet are reddish. You know why? Huh? Bolo, Hemgiri Prabhu. There is one Shobhanadri Acharya, he wrote, Goshtiva Mahatmya. He says, even though Krishna is blackish, his lotus feet are reddish, because all the devotees of Krishna, they feel separation. There is a Virahajagni, means fire of separation in their heart, because they long to have darshan of Krishna. They want to touch the lotus feet of Krishna. They want to keep their lotus feet on their chest and all that. Because they are feeling separation, when they keep Krishna's lotus feet in their hearts, because of the heat of separation, Krishna's lotus feet become burnt. Very beautiful, na? That is why Krishna's lotus feet become reddish. Anyway, so that is, then one must think about qualities of Krishna. Ramayana, it is, there are 50 qualities of Ramayana, Ramchandra mentioned. Understanding Ramayana means pinpoint the quality that exhibited Lord Ramchandra in various pastimes. Oh, here Lord Ramchandra, this Sthitaprajna verses, Lord Ramchandra exhibited all the qualities of Sthitaprajna. Krishna showed us how to be a Sthitaprajna. 18 verses of Sthitaprajna. Prajahati Adakaman, Sarvan Partha Manogatan. From that, Yesha Brahmi Sthita Partha. 18 verses are there. So Ramchandra showed, so somebody can, like that, Krishna showed 64 qualities. Right? Exhibited. There are unlimited qualities. If we can pinpoint quality exhibited by Krishna in a certain pastime. That means you have understood Bhagavatam. Unfortunately, Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu, Rupa Goswami enumerated all the qualities, and then where he exhibited all these qualities of Krishna. Right? I will quote one verse, very beautiful verse. I will stop after that. Sakridmana Krishna Padaravindayor Niveshitam Tad Gunaragi Yair Iha Nate Yamam Pashabrita Tad Bhatan Swapnepi Pashyanti Chena Nishkritaha. Please read this verse from 6th canto, 1st chapter. Sukadeva Goswami says, Sakridmana Krishna Padaravindayor. One who think of Krishna's lotus feet, one whose qualities have entered Niveshitam Tad Gunaragi Yair Iha. One who remembers Krishna's qualities. Such a person becomes so pure that even Yamadutas won't come in the dream also. Because Prayashchitta, Swapnepi Pashyanti Chirna Nishkritaha, all his sinful reactions get nullified. Simply by do this thing, just once you meditate on the lotus feet of Krishna, and then once you think of qualities of Krishna. So I recommend 64 qualities that are given in Bhakti-Rasamrita Sindhu. One must think of these qualities. Anyway, then one must remember the pastimes of the Lord. Right? The Nanda Gopas and all, they were all remembering Krishna's pastimes. All the Gopas, they would come and, narrate how Krishna killed this demon, Krishna did that, Krishna did that, Krishna did that. Mother Yashoda appointed some poets to make poems of Krishna's pastime. Yani yani hi gitani. बोलो कल से स्टार्ट हो रहा है. त्वद्बाल चरिता निचा दही निर्ममंत काले स्मरंती tad agayata. Mother Yashoda, while churning the butter, she was remembering. So Krishna Chakataku says they poetized Krishna's pastimes. Iti nandadayo gopa Ramakrishna katham muda kurvanto ramaniyascha na vindan avindan bhavavedanam. Very beautiful verse. Prabhupada writes in the purport, the meaning of this verse, Nanda Gopa, they are remembering Krishna's pastimes, so wonderful. They were merged in a transcendental ecstasy that they have forgotten Bhava Vedanam, all material perplexities, material tribulations. They don't even have a महसूस भी नहीं हो रहा था उन लोगों को, even though in between some demons are attacking and all. Prabhupada writes, we can follow in the footsteps of Nanda Maharaj and Gopas and remember Krishna's childhood Leela, childhood Leela, and we can overcome all material tribulations. Instead of thinking about all kinds of things, then one must meditate on the activities, devotional activities. I'll stop. All of you know that how many of you, right? Everybody knows, right? Pratishthanapura, that Brahmana meditated on. Everybody knows? How he got like that. So, we can actually follow in the footsteps of the gopis and Srimati Radharani. And then, Anaya Radhita Nunam, Bhagavan Hari Rishwaraha. We can also become dear to Krishna if we follow this. Two verses. Some other time I will explain. Saradharman Parityaja Mamekam Shanavaja. There is no time. But two things I will tell. That Sita ji gave up Shakti to surrender. And Draupadi gave up Lajja to surrender to Krishna. We have to give up Lajja and Shakti. Even though Sita ji was capable of cursing Ravanasur, but because she surrendered to Ramchandra, she wanted only Ramchandra should come and kill, protect me. Right? We should not think that one who is surrendered, one should not think, I will protect myself. Krishna will protect. Then Draupadi gave up Lajja. Right? So this is very wonderful shloka. I will explain some other time. So, by doing this, we will become dear to Krishna, like all the gopis. Then Krishna will say, so and so, you are my devotee. Bhaktosi me sakaseti, rahasya mediti uttamam. That is the perfection of our life. When Krishna says, you are my devotee. Not that we all claim we are devotees of Krishna. But Krishna should say, you are my devotee. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram. Any questions, comments?
Hare Krishna Puji. How Srimati Radharani worship to Krishna, and when that Krishna become pleased and dear to her, then Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu come in Kali Yuga and same mood, Srimati Radharani's mood, and to taste her love to himself. So my question is that there are many ways to please Srimati Radharani and Krishna. So in Kali Yuga, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu gives Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So is this the highest way to please Krishna, the Hare Krishna Mahamantra? So there are many ways, just you say, meditate on lotus feet Krishna, cleaning the temples, many services. To Hare Krishna Mahamantra is the highest way to please the Radharani, Srimati Radharani Krishna?
Yeah. That is Manmana. Prabhupada says the best way to remember Krishna is to chant Hare Krishna. Yes. Yeah.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Thank you for this beautiful class. Just I have one silly question. Just like you mentioned that embracing the devotees, so some do that. So is it okay or we should avoid it?
You should.
Okay.
You should. You're not South Indian, na?
I am Punjabi, therefore I am asking.
Yeah. You should. हाँ? हाँ, बच्चों के लिए. Yeah. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram.